Let's get to that final trade of the day. Joel Hawthorne of the Morning Snapshot joins us now. And Joel, the old trading adage is sell Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur. And as you know, sometimes trading volumes are lower as traders are taking time off for Jewish holidays. So what are your thoughts on that old adage?
I am very familiar with that adage, and I do think there's some optimism around that. But I also think that right now, the market definitely could use some more optimism. As we've seen how the week ended last week and going into the week this week, optimism would be very much needed for a lot of the bulls in the market.
With the selling pressure in the market, would you buy any of these dips?
Right now, because there's so much volatility right now, heavily weighted to the downside. I don't know if this downside momentum is short-lived or if this is going to be one of those bounces that you and I discussed. So right now, I'm cautiously watching the overnight markets. I mentioned this quite a bit on the show before, that the overnight markets are really telling the story as we approach the trading day. One of the things that I do like, though, overall, one of the stocks that I'm watching very closely is DraftKings. I do think, regardless of the bounce or the weight that we've seen to the downside, DraftKings does have some momentum, some higher momentum to the upside. So I am bullish on that stock overall. But this downward momentum, this sell-off that we've seen probably over the past 4 or 5 days, as of last week heading into this week, I think it's heavily weighted, and I'm a bit cautious.
Well, let's get to your trade of the day. What are you playing here?
With DraftKings, I really like the stock overall. I think there's going to be a lot of momentum around it. So I am buying shares of DraftKings, and then I'm going to trade around those shares. Because I want to be a long-term holder of DraftKings, I'm essentially going to, if you would, start buying puts against the position in the event that I can hold the shares. And if there's any downward momentum, I can make money on those puts while not having to get my shares called away from me. So it's just a matter of me holding the shares, thinking that there's optimism to the upside, but taking advantage of the short-term volatility by buying puts and allowing those puts to kind of let me get some bearish momentum.
Great trader talk as always, Joel. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thanks for having me, Angie.
More Business First AM. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.